Chicago White Sox pitcher Joel Horland was one of the best pitchers in the 1960s. In fact, he led in earned run averages with a 2.32 ERA over a period of 1964 through 1968. He was kind of known as Hard Luck Horland. He finished his career with a losing record, 116 and 117, but he always had low earned run averages. He had a great overhand curve, which he later developed into a harder curve through a sinking fastball and other kinds of fastballs as well. And I remember him as someone who kept the ball down at the bottom of the strike zone. Horland was signed out of Oklahoma State University. He was scouted by Ted Lyons, the former star of the Chicago pitching in the 30s. And Ted Lyons told him that, asked him not to sign with any other team until talking with him last. So he was a pitcher at Oklahoma State University, pitched up to the College World Series. They won that College World Series in 1959, and then he signed with the White Sox. Horland was a union representative in the late 60s and early 70s for the White Sox. Didn't get along with Stu Holcomb. And there was a strike with the Players Union in 1972. Very tumultuous days. 2 days later, I think because he was a union representative, he was released by the White Sox. Charles Finley called him and said he thought the strike would only last about 10 days, and so he flew him out to Oakland after 5 days, and he signed with the Oakland A's. He pitched 88 innings, 3.0 ERA for Oakland, but was released after the season, again, probably because of his union representation. A very good pitcher, should have had a longer career. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you game number 9 from the American League season. Today's game is the 1965 Chicago White Sox at Fenway Park to take on the 1967 Boston Red Sox. Boston, with a victory today, could move a half game into first place. Game engine today will be Apba Basic, and we will use Apba Basic all the way. I do give a catcher a chance to throw out base stealers. Jim Lombard is a grade B pitcher, and X modifier, he's completed his warm-up tosses. Al Weiss steps into the box. Former New York Met leads off for the White Sox. Here's the pitch to Al Weiss. 55 is a fly ball to center field. Tony Conigliaro is playing center field today. He makes the catch. 1 away. Danny Cater. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. First 2 White Sox are retired, and here is Bill Skowron, former Yankee. 34 is a fly ball to Conigliaro. Sox are down, 3 up and 3 down. No score. We have the Red Sox coming to bat. Joel Horland is hurling today for the White Sox. He is a grade B Z pitcher, and Mike Andrews steps into the box for Boston. 33 is going to be a single for Mike Andrews. Average speed at first. Red Sox don't steal a lot of bases, particularly in Fenway Park. Joe Foy is the hitter. 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. That brings up Carl Yastrzemski. Now the bases are clear. And that makes Joe Horland's stats a little easier. Pitching to the Triple Crown winner of 1967, Carl Yastrzemski. 15 is going to be a single for Yastrzemski. Average speed at first. George Scott's the hitter. 300 season for George Scott with some power. 53 is a 20. First and second. Let's see. First on air. On the second baseman, runner makes it all the way to third. Kind of an unusual result there. Here's Tony Conigliaro. First and third, Red Sox are threatening with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Tony C. 33 is a drive. Let's see what we got here on the second column. 23 is a double for Tony Conigliaro, and that will clear the bases with 2 unearned runs. Red Sox lead 2-0. Rico Petrocelli. Six roll. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is over the wall in left field. 2-run home run makes it 4-0. Conigliaro scores. Petrocelli scores. Red Sox say, "How do you do?" in the first inning. Reggie Smith. And again, all those runs are unearned. 52 is a 27 ground ball to third base. Pete Ward has it, throws to first. 3 outs, but not until the Red Sox score 4. We go to the top of the second. Boston 4 and Chicago 0. Floyd Robinson leads off for the Sox in the top of the second inning. 16 is a 28. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Rico Petrocelli throws to George Scott. Robinson's retired, 1 down. Here's Pete Ward. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to third, or X. Lombard's got the X, so that's a strikeout looking. Ward goes back to the dugout, a strikeout victim. There's the catcher, Johnny Romano. That's a walk. Romano is a slow runner at first. Sox will play it safe. Here's the shortstop, Ron Hansen. And 15 is an 8 against a B with a runner on first. That's going to be a ground out to third base. Joe Foy makes the play. Go to the bottom of the second, Boston 4 and White Sox 0. Joe Horland, a victim of bad defense, goes back out to the mound. 4 runs down here in the bottom of the second inning, and Irish Buckline leads off for the Boston Red Sox. 21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Brings up Jim Longboard. "15 is a single for Jim Longboard. Pitcher's on. They run a jacket out there. He is average speed. Mike Andrews, the second baseman. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Andrews is 1 for 2. Here is Joe Foy, who rolled into a double play. There are 2 outs here. 61 is a ground ball to second base. 4-3, 3 outs. We go to the top of the third. 4-0 Red Sox. Center fielder Ken Berry leads off for the White Sox. 64 is a strikeout. Here's the pitcher, Joel Horland. Boston is fielding column 1 in this game, and Chicago fielding column 3. 56 is a pop out to the shortstop. 2 away. And didn't have Lombard up here. Al Weiss is the batter. 46 is a strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Jim Lombard. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 Red Sox lead the Pale Hose. Carl Yastrzemski single and scored his first time up. 24. This is a strikeout this time. Yastrzemski is 1 for 2. Here is George Scott. 34 is a fly ball to Ken Berry in center field. 2 down. And now Tony Conigliaro. That's a 43. That's going to be a little roller back to the pitcher. Throws to first. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Boston 4, Chicago nothing. A check of the History Maker out-of-town scoreboard shows the Los Angeles Angels are playing at Tiger Stadium in Detroit, and the Tigers lead 1-0. The Yankees are hosting the Orioles. They've scored in each inning. After 3, it's Yankees 3 and Baltimore nothing. The Minnesota Twins have a bye this day. So in the 4th, it's Danny Cater leading off against Jim Longboard, 63, as a fly ball to center field. Tony Canigliaro makes the catch, and that retires Danny Cater. Moose Skowron. 33, that's a hit column roll for Moose. Had 16 home runs in 65. 1-4 is a double for Moose Skowron. Moose Skowron is slow. They'll play it safe on the bases. Floyd Robinson. 1-1 roll for Robinson. That could be a run. That's a hit column roll. And 62 is a triple for Floyd Robinson. Gets the White Sox on the board. 4-1. Pete Ward. And no, Ken Harrelson did not say put it on the board while sitting on the dugout bench for the Red Sox. Here's a pitch to Pete Ward with a runner on third. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Let's see, that's shallow right field. It's caught. If Robinson's fast, he scores. I don't think he's fast. He's not. Two outs, and catcher Johnny Romano. Pretty good hitting catcher. Here's the pitch to Romano. 35 is a 14. Romano walks for the second time in the game. Runners on the corners. Potential tie and run at the plate, and Ron Hansen. And 4 shortstops, got a little bit of power, 11 homers in 65. Jim Longboard checks in for the sign. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Ron Hansen. 35 is a 39. The Red Sox are feeling column 1. That's going to be a runner picked off third, catcher to third. So Mike Ryan catches Floyd Robinson at third. That ends the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Boston 4 and Chicago nothing. So far, everything's going right for the Red Sox. Rico Petrocelli leads off for Boston, then Reggie Smith and Mike Ryan. Here's the pitch by Joel Horland. 55 is an 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly out to Ken Berry. Reggie Smith. That's a strikeout. 2 down. Joe Horland has struck out 4 Red Sox hitters, and here is Mike Ryan. 42 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, the 5th strikeout. 3 up and 3 down for Boston. We go to the top of the 5th. 4-0 Red Sox. The 5th will bring Hansen, Berry, and Horland. Here's the pitch from Jim Longboard. 46 is a fly ball to right field. Reggie Smith is under it and makes the catch. Here's the center fielder, Ken Berry. Born in Kansas City, Missouri, my hometown. 42 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Joel Horland. That's a ground ball to second or X. Longboard's got the X. It's a strikeout. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Boston 4 and Chicago 9. All right, pitcher Jim Longboard grabs the bat, steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch from Joel Horland, 45. He's going to walk the pitcher. Longboard's been on base twice. Average speed at first base. Mike Andrews. Andrews squares around to bunt, 63. 31. That's going to be a successful sacrifice. 3-4. Since Longboard is second with 1 out. Here's Joe Foy. Red Sox ferrying another run would be big insurance. Sox don't score a lot of runs, usually. Here's the pitch to Joe Foy. 16 is a 28. Ground ball to shortstop. The runner goes to third. Now there's 2 outs. Longboard's at third for Kolya Strimsky. 121 RBIs in 67. 56 is going to be a walk. Orland dealing carefully with the AL MVP. Here's George Scott, first and third. .36 is a walk, and that's going to load the bases. Sacks full of Red Sox. Can Tony Canigliaro put a quarter in the merry-go-round and put this game out of reach? Here's the pitch to Canigliaro. Hit, call, and roll. And 54 is going to be a 11. Just a single, but 2 runs will score. Canigliaro scores, Yaz scores, and Scott goes to third. 6-1 Boston. Those are the first 2 earned runs. Here is Rico Petrocelli. There's 2 outs, first and third. 43 is a 29. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. Boston scores twice. We go to the 6th inning. Boston 6 and Chicago nothing. Okay, Al Weiss leads off the 6th for the White Sox. They're 5 runs down. Longboard pitches a 36. That's a walk to Al Weiss. Fast runner at first. Danny Cater. 55 is an 8 against a B. That's going to be a ground out to third base. Weiss goes to second. 1 away. Bill Skowron. 64 is a 41. And if you're in column 1, that's going to be a double play. 4-6-3. Runner at second, out at second is injured. Oh, wait a minute. Let's back up here. On the wrong page. So Al Weiss is at second, 41. Al Weiss is picked off by the catcher. 2-6. That's twice. Red Sox have picked White Sox runners off base. So 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Skowron, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. That's a hit, call, and roll for Moose Skowron. And 62 is another double. So that pickoff saves the run. Floyd Robinson. 36 is a walk. First and second. Playing it safe at second with Skowron. And here is Pete Ward. Actually, with 2 outs, I think we'll not play safe. Here's a pitch to Pete Ward. 46 is a strikeout. That's all for the White Sox in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Boston 6, Chicago 1. Bottom of Beantown's batting order, Reggie Smith, Mike Ryan, and then the pitcher Longboard. There's a new Chicago pitcher, and that is Juan Pizarro. He's a grade C pitcher with a Y modifier. There's the pitch to Reggie Smith. 35 is going to be a 40. Foul ball. 1-1 roll for Reggie Smith with 15 homers in 67, and 63 is a leadoff double for Reggie. Here's the catcher, Mike Ryan. Well, they can swing away. They're 5 runs ahead. 23 is a fly ball to right field. 1 away. Pitcher Jim Longboard, who is 1 for 1, has been on base twice. That's a fly to right field. Floyd Robinson makes that catch again, and here is Mike Andrews with 2 outs. 44 is an 8 against the C. That's going to be a single over second, and Reggie Smith will score. It is 7-1 Boston. Joe Foy. 21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3 that ends the inning. Red Sox add 1, and I would say the horse is out of the barn. Boston 7 and Chicago 1. All right, here's a look at the history maker out of town scoreboard. After 6 innings in Detroit, the Detroit Tigers lead 5-2 over the Angels, and the Yankees lead 4-1 after 6 over the Baltimore Orioles. Tony Romano steps into the box against Jim Longboard. 15 is going to be a fly ball to center field. Romano's retired for the first time today. He walked previously twice. Ron Hansen. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Longboard has 2, 4, 6, 7 strikeouts. Ken Berry. Hit, call, and roll for Berry is a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. 7-2 is the score. Juan Pizarro will stay in and hit for himself and fly out to center field. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Boston 7 and Chicago 2. Here's Yastrzemski, 1 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 12 is going to be a ground ball to second base. Al Weiss is up with it, throws to first. Yastrzemski is the first out. George Scott. 45 is a walk. Scott is fast. Tony Conigliaro. 44 is going to be a single to right field. Scott goes to third. Sox have men on the corners. Rico Petrocelli is here. One of the rare power-hitting shortstops. Actually, there's 2 of those in this game. 1960s didn't see a lot of power-hitting shortstops, but Ron Hansen got his share of home runs. And as we know, Rico Petrocelli, hitting as many as 40 in a season, got his share of home runs. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Rico's 1 for 4. He had that 2-run homer in the first. And now Reggie Smith. 21, well, in the inning, that's a fly ball to right field. 3 outs. We go to the 8th. 7-2 Boston. Al Weiss, 296 hitter in 1965, leads off. 62 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Danny Cater. That's a hit, call, and roll for Danny Cater. And 1-2 is just a single. Average speed at first. Bill Skowron. Cater not taking any chances to stretch into a double. There's 5 runs down. Here's a pitch to Skowron. 46 is a strikeout. 10 punch outs now for Longboard. Here is Floyd Robinson with 2 outs. 65 is a 35. Foul out to the catcher. We go to the bottom of the eighth, 7-2 Boston. As we go to the bottom of the eighth, it looks like that's going to be the end of the line for Jim Lombard. A pinch hitter comes out on deck. Mike Ryan leads off against Juan Pizarro in the bottom of the eighth inning. Here's the pitch to Mike Ryan, 51. That's going to be a walk. Slow runner at first. Ken Harrelson will pitch hit for Boston. Here's the pitch to Kenny Harrelson. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column low for the Hawk. 65 is going to be a double over first. Runner goes to third. Top of the top of the order, and it's Mike Andrews, second baseman. Infield is playing in. There is no outs. Here's the pitch to Mike Andrews, 35. Base on balls. Sox have him loaded in the eighth. Joe Foy. New pitcher for the White Sox. It's going to be Hoyt Wilhelm with the bases loaded and nobody out. He's a knuckleball pitcher, but he's got the Z modifier, control modifier. He also has an X strikeout modifier. And he'll be grade A pitching to Joe Foy. Infield's playing back for a double play. 31 is a 9 against an 8. That's going to be a fly out to shallow center field. Pop up, really. Too shallow to score the runner. And it's caught by Ken Berry. Here's Carly Yastrzemski. 43 is a 29. Force out at home. 1-2. So Mike Ryan is out at home. Harrelson goes to third. Andrews to second, and it's the fielder's choice, putting Yastrzemski at first. 2 outs. George Scott. 22. That's going to be a catcher picks the runner off first. That's an interesting. It might be a mistake kind of result. We got a catcher picks the runner. Let me focus this in. Catcher picks the runner off first. 2-3. Line drive both shortstop. I would think maybe they need an asterisk there. It's either one or the other. Would seem to me. But anyway, it's the third out. Let's go with a pickoff. So catcher picks the runner off first, 2-3. 3 outs. Nobody, let's see, nobody scored that inning. We're at the top of the ninth, 7-2 Boston. We go to the top of the ninth inning. Pete Ward will lead off for the White Sox. The new man on the mound for Boston is Sparky Lyle. He'll be a grade B pitcher with the XY modifiers. Sparky Lyle is left-handed. Pete Ward is right-handed. Here's a trivia question for you. I'll give it away. The man batting fifth in the inning is the only man in the major leagues to hit a home run in his first at bat and never hit another homer again in his career. Here is Pete Ward. 63. He has a fly ball to center field. 1 down. Johnny Romano. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for John Romano. And 26 is a double. Sox catcher is slow at second base. They'll play it safe. Here is Ron Hansen. Our answer to the trivia question is in the hole. Pitch to Ron Hansen. 64 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Ken Berry, the answer to our trivia question comes to the on deck circle, and that is Hoyt Wilhelm. Here's a pitch to Ken Berry with 2 outs. 16 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Rico Petrocelli has it, throws across the diamond from the hole. 3 outs, and that's the ball game. The final score, Boston Red Sox 7 and the Chicago White Sox 2. We'll come back with a wrap-up. Here are the final scores around the American League. The Detroit Tigers defeated the 62 Angels 7-4, and the New York Yankees defeated the 66 Orioles 5-2. Twins had a bye. In our game here today, the White Sox scored 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Red Sox scored 7 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher was Jim Longboard. He went 8 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks. Losing pitcher was Joel Horland. He went 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, but only 2 were earned. 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Today's star of the game is Jim Longboard, who struck out 10 batters and defeated the White Sox. He was the American League Cy Young winner in 1967. He had a terrific World Series, pitched a 2-hitter in Game 1, I think, of the World Series, and the next game was, let me check that out again, it says on the back of his card. So he pitched a 2-hitter in Game 2, 1-hit shutout in Game 2, 3-hit shutout in Game 5, not a shutout. So 3-hitter victory in Game 5. 2 wins in that 67 World Series. He did all he could to beat the Cardinals there. Jim Longboard is your star today. Hope you enjoyed today's game. It's not close. White Sox are struggling. They are in last place. Red Sox are at or around the top of the standings. We'll take a look at what we got here in a little while. And let's look at what we've got here with the American League after this is week 9. Most have played 8 games. We got the Yankees on top. No, actually Boston's on top, 5-2 record, plus 12 run differential. And then the Yankees 5-3 with plus 8 run differential. The Angels are fading; they're 4-4. The Orioles are 5-3. They're in 3rd place. White Sox are still in last place at 2-6. That's the broadcast today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.
Stay home. Stay safe.
And pray.